Hey friends, happy Monday. This is your first official Mindset Monday live. I am trying to go live every Monday with a brand new mindset tip for you, and I really want to do this live. So if you are here, say hello. Let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and type in replay below. I'm going to make this really quick, and I'm going to make this to the point. One of the things that I hear quite often from, my clients and people who are interested in mindset work, they're really interested in how the power of the mind can change and transform their lives, is that the mindset work kind of feels complicated, right? That there's so many things that you're trying to think about. And very often I hear people say, well, like I realize I'm thinking these bad thoughts, or I'm thinking something that's not beneficial to me, and I don't know how to change that. And it's not really, I understand where that comes from. So when I'm working with the client, I give you this sort of step-by-step process, these, stair-step ladder kind of process to help you transform your mind, because it's not going to transform overnight. But today I want to share with you this one tip. This one tip that if this is the only thing you do for the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months, you will begin to see a shift, not only in your mindset and how you think, but also in your life. And it's something that I think can be a bit easier to do. And it's actually not your mindset practice. It is not going into, your doing your affirmations or doing the mantras or journaling, although that can be really helpful, right? I'm going to share it over into the Mind Power Collective group really quickly, and then I'm going to share this one tip. Super simple if you can focus on it, okay? And it is simply this. When those moments come up where you feel triggered, right? The moment where you feel you're having a moment around money, you're having a moment around relationships, you're fearful or worried about this next step you're about to take. Someone just said something to you and it created this feeling and you don't like it and your mind is wanting to run rampant with it. I want you to do this one thing. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to notice the feeling that you're feeling, not the story that you're telling. I want you to notice the feeling that you're feeling, not the story that you're telling. So what this does is it helps us get out of the story that is going on in our head, because that's what mindset is. It's a story, very often, most likely an inaccurate story, that we are creating that gets bigger and bigger and bigger related to that feeling. So someone says something or they do something and it creates a feeling within you, right? Generally speaking, we are going to feel the feeling and we're going to try to make sense of that feeling and what that person said or did and attach some drama to it unintentionally. We're going to attach a story that we've practiced, that we've known, that we have, created or someone else created within ourselves. And we're going to practice it and we're going to talk about it, and it's going to get bigger and it's going to feel bigger and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we're reinforcing that story. So the one thing that I want you to do is I want you to notice the feeling and get out of the story. I don't even want you to change the story. I don't even want you to try to change the thought. I want you to give yourself compassion for the feeling and the trigger that's coming up. So let's say it's anxiety. Focus on the anxiety and process through the anxiety, not the story that's coming up because of that anxiety. Does that make sense? So what we have to do, what we're really talking about, is managing two things. It's managing our emotion. Essentially, it's managing one thing. It's managing our energy, right? So you feel anxious because this person said something, or you looked at your bank account and that anxiety came up. That emotion is just energy, and it can be creative. It can create your next moment. But what ends up happening is we immediately go from feeling to head, and we're trying to tell a story about it. Well, this happened because I'm not good enough, because I'm never going to get there. I might as well quit. That person doesn't respect me. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. I'm not living my life's purpose. I'm stuck. I'm always going to be stuck. None of that is true. And none of that is true based on that feeling. That feeling is just a feeling, right? So I want you to sit in that feeling for a moment and process the feeling, not the story around it. If you do this one thing, if you manage your energy and your emotions and do what you need to do from a feeling place to feel better, your thoughts are going to fall in alignment. It's going to be easier for you to think those thoughts that support you, to think those thoughts that are life-giving, right? Dream expanding, creative in nature to help you manifest and create what you want. But if you're staying in the story of stuck, this isn't working out for me, I'm never going to get there, what am I missing? What am I missing? I don't know what the answer is. Then you're creating something bigger. The emotion gets bigger, and then it's this big ball of mess that is hard to come out of. Okay? So, how do you work through the emotions, right? Well, there are lots of different ways. Pick one that works for you, try them, and find one that works. The ones that I actually share with my clients, meditation can be helpful. Deep breathing, simply sitting with the feeling and breathing deeply can be helpful. EFT tapping is also one of my favorites. So if I'm feeling anxious, I typically feel it here in my chest. I will just breathe through the feeling and recognize that my body is feeling this feeling. And I know from experience that whatever that feeling is will not stick around forever if I sit with it and I'm just with the feeling. I'm the observer of it, okay? It grows and gets bigger and becomes more problematic when we add the drama, when we add the story. No one's ever listening to me. I'm never going to get out of this place, right? That's all mind chatter that reinforces a mindset that is not going to support you, and it's definitely not going to get you where you want to be. Let feelings be feelings, okay? I read this quote, months back. I had never heard it before. Apparently, it's a common quote that says, feelings are visitors, right? They're here to give us information. And that trigger is here to tell you that there's something going on in that interaction. There is a story attached to it, but you don't have to figure out the story while you're in the feeling. Just feel it. Feel the feeling and then work to release it, process it, okay? EFT, meditation, getting outside, taking a break. Abraham Hicks talks about taking a nap, like whatever you need to do to let that feeling be a visitor and don't get caught up in the drama. Once you get back to what I call neutral, where that feeling isn't there, then you can start processing what happened in that interaction. This person said something and it created this thought, or it wanted to create the story that I'm unworthy. Then you can go to doing your affirmations, doing your mindset work, right? But if you try to do that kind of work from the place of the drama, the story, the emotional, dissonance that you're having, it's not going to really support you. It's not going to help you. It's not going to create a shift. You can't feel abundant from a place of lack. It just doesn't work. You have to deal with that emotional piece, get back to neutral, and then you can go up, okay? So that is the thing that I've come to share with you today. If you do that, and only that, if you just manage your emotions, manage your energy, and pay attention to what's coming up, and you're kind and compassionate with yourself, and you do what works for you to process those things, if that's the only thing you do, I promise it's going to make a huge difference. You're going to have less of those feelings. You're going to have the opportunity to tell better stories, to create a better mindset, and you're going to start seeing shifts happen in your life. I guarantee it. Okay. So that is my mindset tip for you this week. It's our first Mindset Live of 2022. So I hope it's helpful. If you have a question about this or a comment, feel free to post it below. If you know someone who would benefit from this, feel free to tag them. Okay. I'd love for you to join me over on YouTube, where I have tons of other videos. Or if you're not a member of my email list, then hop on over to my website, grab a free audio training. I've got 2 free audio trainings over there that you can sign up for, get on my list, and get all the good additional tips and things that I share throughout the week. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Monday. I plan on coming back to do more of these live videos. So if there is a topic that you want me to discuss, if you have a question, if you have a problem, if you have a challenge, that you're dealing with, feel free to either drop it in the comments below or send me a direct message with the subject or the question, and I'll do a video on it in the future. Okay? Hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.